RJ stepped up. I thought he finished pretty well out there tonight. Jalen Brunson, man, I got to give it to him once again. One of the things that we said with our group was that we finally got a point guard, and with Brunson, he once again came through. 17.6 dimes, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown. And then you had, Julius Randle, 15.6 boards, 5 of 12 from the field. Another efficient night for Julius, 2 of 3 from downtown. They didn't come up against a Memphis defense again. They went up against Detroit, who's a young team, a scrappy team, but nevertheless not of the caliber that Memphis is. So I expected the Knicks to come out here and enforce their will, and they did. They played hard straight through. You had Quickly with 20, Rose with 13, Toppin with 16. So that right there was, you had 49, 55, 61 bench points by the Knicks, man. And conversely, Detroit only had about 21, 61 to 21. So Kevin Knox, unfortunately, in his Garden return, could not lead the Detroit bench to any type of prominence.
I thought it was a very important game. I know fans may look at it like, JD, what are you talking about? It's game 2. But, you go into this season, after a tough loss, just from an atmosphere standpoint, a vibe standpoint, and as a team, remember, we saw that in our history with the Orlando Magic, right? You lost some early games, and then you saw how the season went. I think these games early in the season, CP, they may not be so valuable today because it's only game 2, but 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, these games become more and more important when you lose them, because if you end up being a fringe playoff team, you're going to look back at game 2 of 82 and say, we should have never lost to that Pistons team. So I like the way that they responded pretty much from a tough overtime loss. And a couple things that are very encouraging for me is the first game, against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Knicks scored 19 fast break points. Tonight, they scored 20 fast break points. CP, last season, the Knicks were 25th in the league with 10 points per game on the fast break. The year before that, they were last in the league at 8 points per game on the fast break. And you see guys like Cam Reddish and Obi tonight benefiting from, the efforts that they have said during training camp to push the pace, to push, in transition. And you see some of these young players benefiting from it, whether it's Obi on one end, Cam on the other end, or even tonight quickly getting some open threes because of, ball pressure up the court. So it's only 2 games, but 19 points and 20 points back to back on the fast break tells you that the Knicks are serious about pushing the ball. Julius Randle, give him credit because he's contributing to that as well. So
RJ in that group as well, man.
It's noticeable. So very encouraging. The whole team is definitely looking to ramp up the pace this season, and with these stats, they're definitely very encouraging for the team moving forward. And the last thing I'll say, very important stretch, man. Again, I know it's only game 2, but you have this homestand now where you're playing Detroit, Orlando, and Charlotte. CP, I know it's only early. You got to win these games.
You got to win these games.
Because after that, you're at Milwaukee, championship contender. You're at Cleveland. You saw the performance they had with Donovan Mitchell. They looked good. Then you play Atlanta. Atlanta has won the first 2 games. At Philly, Boston. Boston looked good tonight against Miami. At Minnesota and at Brooklyn. I mean, that stretch is brutal, CP. Yeah. So I like the way they responded, and now you got to win the next 2, in my opinion, just to cover yourself, because you're going to have a tough stretch after that.
Yeah, because last year it was, 2 quick losses, 2 early losses to the Magic. And it was like, those type of games, when you're looking at last year's record and games that you should have won, and the lack of execution and making these no-name guys household names, you can't have that. You definitely can't have that. But as you said, it's very noticeable how fast they're playing, which is a good sign. I thought they were very active early on the defensive end, very aggressive with these guys, really trying to force the issue on them. And I thought that was a good sign, and really, set a tone for this game. Like, listen, we're the better team here. Let's go out and enforce our will. So that was a good job by them.
I loved what I saw today. Great bounce back game from Memphis. And I think we talk about, RJ and Emmanuel quickly, how later in the season they start to rev up. To JD's point, I think it's really important these next couple of games to really execute, because they executed well this game. Now it's maintaining that execution, because after that stretch, you're going into this really tough set of games, and you need to rev up faster. You need to be able to jump into the season and hit the floor running, because that's what's going to be important. I really liked what I saw offensively. Pace was up today. You definitely saw that off the feeds for Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin. Again, I was concerned at the beginning of the game with these defensive rotations, and I still am. I mean, we're playing against Detroit. These younger guys, they don't see the court as well as Ja. There's not like a well-established team. But as I'm watching the game, I'm saying, okay, they missed that pass. That was an opportunity for them to score. Teams are going to notice that our corners are open. I'm excited. I really hope they win these next couple of games and really hit the ground running. So let's go Knicks.
Today was a great game, man. Real great game. I know everybody's excited. Cam, I know JD, the president of the Cam fam and all that. I'll tell you like this. I like Cam. He does have a little motor. He's just sneaky.
Yeah.
He's just sneaky. You know what I'm saying? And that's his game.
Yeah.
You see the talent out there?
I need it. Huh?
I say you see the talent out there. Don't hate.
Yeah, no. Listen, you got a box full of players right now. You got a tool for every little different thing you do. And Cam he's sneaky. Like that's his game. He wants to have people feel like, oh, yeah, I'm a low motor, and then let me get them cookies off of you. That's what he do. Like I like him. He's sneaky in that sense. I like that. But I gotta give a shout out to the front office, man. Like we gonna be something this year. We got 2 starting caliber lineups right now. That's crazy.
Okay.
Think about it. I'm gonna let y'all talk about that though. We got 2 starting caliber lineups. How many people can really go up against that right now?
Yeah.
That OB and quick stuff. That quick when they go moving real fast, man, they can't run with them. Even the refs was letting them delay the game.
Yeah. Okay.
It was different today, man. Like them boys was tired. They couldn't keep up with Obi. Obi don't stop running.
Yeah. So remember that this show's available in audio podcast format. So if you miss it on video, you don't need to miss it, man. You can catch it on all major podcast platforms, man. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the major ones. So make sure you do that. We'll catch up with you guys on next weekly. And JD, I'll catch up with you guys, man. Have a good evening. Knicks win big, 130 to 106. We out of here. Peace.